This is if your machine breaks. Now, I'm going to address it because it's going to happen. Whether it happens sooner or later, if you're a heavy user, and we've built these machines to be used every day, and if you're a detailer, I know you're going to use it every day. It's a commercial machine made for commercial use. It doesn't mean it's absolutely bulletproof. Things are going to break. These machines are under constant stress. There's a lot of electricity going through them. Sometimes guys are using the wrong type of electric, which we've covered in depth in this video and other videos, but things are going to break. Now, what happens if the machine breaks? Well, depending on what the issue is, sometimes I can answer it in an email. Many times I can figure it out in a phone call. Now, I'm going to ask you certain questions. First, I want to know if you got power. So when we turn it on, do we have power? That'll help me know if we have incoming power to the power switch, and then do I have incoming power to the computer board? I might want to know what your green light is doing. Certain ways the green light illuminates, that will tell me more. That can tell me if we have a pump issue or if we have a heat issue. So generally, when I start to diagnose a machine, I need to know first, do we have a water fill issue? Do we have a heating issue? I can go down one of those two roads depending on the information that you give me. And hopefully you've gotten to know your machine good enough where if something's not sounding right, or the steam's not coming out right, or it's not heating fast enough, you'll get to know your machine and you can relay that information on to me. I might ask you, but I don't want you to do this unless I ask you to take the lid off your machine. Now, we've designed these machines so that once the lid is off the machine, all the internal components are housed inside and very easy to get to. So now if you have a leak, I don't know where the leak is. If it's leaking out the bottom, it could be from the back, it could be from the front, but it's finding its way somewhere else. So if I ask you to take the lid off, then please take the lid off, and then we'll go from there. I may ask you to run the machine with the lid off, and it's perfectly safe to run the machine with the lid off, whether we need to find the leak or we need to find an electrical problem. But there's never been a machine that I haven't figured out, either in a phone conversation or if the machine does need to come back to me and I need to fix it here. But I have every single part for this machine. I can build a machine from scratch here. Even during the pandemic, I never was without parts. So if we ever need to get a machine fixed, chances are I'm going to be able to coach you on how to do it. I'm going to be able to get you a part. I'll be able to coach you on how to put the part in. It's not that difficult, and I think I'm very, very good at explaining things on how to replace a certain component. The next short video we'll do is warranty and how I talk about how we cover the warranty and if indeed it will be warranty. Okay, the warranty on the machine. Now again, I know things are going to break, and I think I'm pretty generous with my warranty. You're going to get a lifetime warranty on the boiler. You're going to get a lifetime warranty on the heating element. You're going to get a 3-year warranty on all the internal electrical components. Now, electrical components are not hoses, they're not fittings, they're not clamps. If stuff like that breaks, you're going to have to pay to replace those. They're not attachments, they're not brushes, it's not the hose of the machine. All that is not going to be covered under warranty. Now, things that will be covered under warranty will be electrical items that fail because they're defective. So things that fail because they're defective, computer boards, there's a lot of stuff going on the computer board. It could fail because there's a defect, a weld somewhere that's defective. The temperature switch at the bottom of the boiler, these can possibly fail because they become defective, no fault of yours. Pressure switches, there's internal components inside this pressure switch that might fail because it becomes defective. Solenoid valves. Now, the solenoid valve, that can go one of two ways. That possibly could fail because this relay goes bad and it won't give you steam because it's not opening up the solenoid. But the most common thing I see with the solenoids is they clog. They clog because of sediment, and because of the heating and cooling of the machine, they get clogged, either open or closed. That's not going to be warranty. So if this solenoid clogs and it doesn't deliver steam because there's a blockage somewhere of sediment, unfortunately, that's something you're going to pay for. If it clogs open, where it won't snap itself shut and close the system because of sediment that gets into the plunger inside the solenoid valve, well, that's something that I can't warranty either. Now, I'm pretty generous with covering electrical components inside the machine, even if I have a feeling that the wrong electricity has been given to the machine. So the biggest thing is any machine is going to work when it's brand new. You can use the cheapest Christmas tree extension cord on this machine when it's brand new, and it's going to work for a while. You could use a cheapo generator. You could use a bad power outlet, a power strip, and the machine is going to work for a while. But eventually, if the electric is not given to the machine correctly, the wires are going to heat up, they're going to cool down, they're going to heat up, they're going to cool down, there's going to be a lot of resistance, wires are going to start to burn, and eventually something is going to fail inside the machine, whether it's a wire, a connector, a computer board, or a component. So this is the reason why we're doing these videos, and I appreciate you watching these videos, because I want to get you into the habit of taking care of your machine when it's brand new, and it's going to give you a long life. And you won't be calling me at a very early stage of the machine's life because something went wrong with the machine. So if there is a problem with the machine, give me a call, give me an email. I'll determine whether I need to talk to you on the phone or not. If you do call me, I'll walk you through it. Chances are I'm going to have the part. I never run out of parts for these machines. I'll get you the part and we can get the machine fixed. Very rarely, unless you have zero mechanical ability, which I understand, or somebody that you may know has zero mechanical ability, or you just don't want to touch the machine yourself and you choose to ship it to me, then I'll happily repair it here and turn it over fairly quickly. There's never been a machine that I can't diagnose a problem in 10, 15 minutes, and then depending on how busy I am, what my workload is, that'll determine how fast it gets fixed. But generally, machines that end up on this bench get fixed within a day. So hopefully that satisfies you also if the machine does break, which I'm sorry, it probably is going to happen the longer that you own it, but we will get it fixed.